Congrats, you've made it to the last training, and I am so excited to jump in and talk about the last crucial piece to hiring and training, building and supporting a high-performance sales team. So the last thing that we need to talk about today is CRM and pipeline. There is a saying in sales that pipe is life, and it is so true. Now, when you're thinking about your pipeline, it's not just the top of funnel leads you're bringing in, it's that you're moving them across the pipeline stages so that you maintain momentum and can do really important things like forecast sales, see where things are getting stuck so you can improve your sales process and accelerate the amount of time that it takes from when they enter your world to they become your customers or clients. Really, really critical pieces. And I have found everyone doesn't do this right. But once you're educated on this, you can do it, and it's really, really powerful for your business. So let's jump in. All right, so first of all, like I said, pipe is life. You always have to be filling it. You need to be moving from stage to stage. And let's talk about what that means down here in stages real quick. So stages are important. Every pipeline needs a stage. The stage represents your sales process and the activities that you want your sales team to do to move the lead from hello to closed. And it is absolutely critical that you break them down in ways that it's easy for your sales team to know what to do next. There are really cool things you can do inside of CRMs, like create automated tasks when prospects take action. You can have them automatically move from stage to stage if they engage in a piece of content or an email. And so the beauty of a high-performing CRM is that it supports a high-performing sales team because there's automation that's included in it that allows you to scale the way that you want to. And is so incredibly powerful, and I'm excited for you to jump in and start to make these changes to your current pipeline or CRM system. Now, there's a lot of CRMs, there's a lot of pipelines, there are a lot of pipeline systems, there's a lot of ways to do this. So I have some of my favorite ways, and I'm not gonna spend time jumping into that right now because I don't wanna sway which way you go on your CRM and your pipeline during these trainings, because it's a really, really important conversation that we need to have to identify the best match. So you can take advantage of that free coaching call that you have as part of the starter kit. Book that with my team and let's talk about it and give you the right prescription for the right CRM. But what we are going to talk about today is what a high functioning CRM can do for your business. Now, once you have the stages set up and you have your pipeline pulled together, the next thing that we need to make sure that is available for you is dashboards and reports. So depending on what CRM you use, they're going to call it something different, but basically it's eyes on everything for you, the founder and the sales leader. When you jump in, you should easily be able to see, for example, how many booked calls are coming up, how many were closed last week, why didn't some people close? What percentage of opportunities are at a certain stage? These are really important things for you to know as a sales leader, because what I always like to say is data, not drama. We make informed decisions at the Startup Sales Leadership Institute. We don't throw spaghetti at the wall. We don't take guesses. We look at our data and we make informed decisions as a sales leader. And that is why this is absolutely so critical for you. All right, so the next thing we got to talk about is dashboards and reports, like I just mentioned, which is really, really critical so you have eyes on the data, but also for forecasting. Now, I noticed a lot in online businesses is that forecasting isn't something that everyone's familiar with. So I want to break down what forecasting means. Forecasting means that you have your pipeline filled out in a way that you can make an educated guess, because you never know what's going to happen at the end of it, but an educated guess, an informed decision on when deals will close. So as they move through the stages, they're more likely to close, and you can forecast what your revenue and sales will be for the future. And you can start to begin to nurture the way that you do this, to analyze the way that you do this, and really pay attention to the details so you can get better at that educated guess. It does take a little bit of time, but a good CRM and a good sales leader and a good sales team can work together to really get close to those forecasts. Now, why is that important? Well, I know as a scaling startup, cash flow is critical. And you also need to know what's coming down the pipe to know what type of financial decisions you can make in your efforts to automate, scale, hire, do all the things, pay yourself, and go on a really great vacation. Things that are really important, okay? So the better that you can forecast, the healthier your business is, the calmer you are as a founder, and the better sales leader you are to encourage your sales team to hit their targets based on what is showing up in the pipeline. So what else can a well-oiled CRM and pipeline management system do for your business? A lot, and we're going to break it down. So first of all, inside this starter kit, you'll see a checklist of what a good CRM can do for you. And I pull up the document, look through it, and use that as a literal checklist to make sure you're using the right CRM and pipeline management system. Once again, we can discuss it using the checklist and everything I'm saying right now in your coaching call that comes along with the purchase of the starter kit. Now, first of all, customer relationships. The CRMs improve your customer relationship. And I want to tell you why. Let's say, for example, that you run an assembly line organization, which means that you have an appointment setter or an SDR, you have a closer and an account manager. Now, you also likely have the opportunity to upsell, cross-sell, or continue support once someone is originally closed and becomes a new client. The account manager can be on it and converting more if everyone's communicating inside the CRM. It also ensures the customer and the client feels heard. This is so important. Think about how embarrassing that would be. If you, let's say that you're an agency owner that does YouTube management, okay? Making this one up. Really likely you might be listening and say, that's me, okay? So YouTube management. And let's say the closer brings them on as an original contract. You set up their YouTube channel, okay? Everything's going and that period of time has run out. Now it's time for the account manager to take them, upsell them into a service package. They never get a phone call. Nobody knows it's time, or even worse, the account manager reaches out and makes assumptions or doesn't know what happened in the original process of the sale and the setup of YouTube. All the notes need to go in here. Pipeline together, notes. Do it together, people, all right? Everyone needs to be working in one system so your customers are happy and so is your bottom line. All right, so the next thing, productivity. When you don't have to think and you can just do, you are more productive. That's it. So if you wake up on Monday morning and you have a list of all of your tasks, a list of your follow-ups, a list of your calls, and you know exactly what to do, guess what you don't do? Mess around on social media, get 10 cups of coffee, do a load of laundry, all of the other million things that someone could be doing instead of selling. So it increases the productivity in a way that decreases stress as well, because let's call it what it is. Sales can be really stressful. So if you can increase productivity and reduce stress, you are winning. Okay. Next thing, collaboration. So this goes hand in hand with customer relations, but this is from an internal perspective. So for example, being able to tag another team member saying, hey, like I just closed this client, now they need this, and tagging them within your CRM, or hey, this client would be amazing for an event. I just talked to them during a coaching session. Hey, account manager, make sure that you follow up. Really amazing for team collaboration. Also, one of my favorite parts is insights. So insights into areas that you can scale. Scale your sales, scale your products, your offers. When you can get into your CRM and see patterns and buying patterns, sales patterns, all these beautiful things, you get the opportunity to see what you can scale out of your product line. You also can increase automation. Oh, I love automation. Automation's amazing. Okay, so for example, in the beginning, when you first hire your sales team, perhaps there's a lot of manual follow-up, but guess what? You can automate a lot of the follow-up with a systematic approach to scenarios. So for example, someone says no because of money, they get a certain follow-up sequence. Somebody says no because of timing, they get a follow-up sequence. Takes the burden off of the sales team, automation takes over, and then the system can be so smart as to be like, hey, this person's clicking on this link, they are interested in moving forward now, salesperson, go book a call. Get them, let's go, let's move it along. These types of automations are game changers. And then lastly, insights on products. So for example, remember I was working with one organization and oh my gosh, amazing. They're making such a difference in the world, helping burned out female executives. And they have one core front end product. And they had so much opportunity to sell something slightly different or a piece of it to generate more income, solve a slightly different problem. But they wouldn't know that unless they were tracking why they were losing deals. Once they started tracking why they were losing deals, all the product insights came up. Revenue can go up, sales can go up, and you are one happy founder. And the sales team is happy too because they get to sell something to repeat customers or go back to people that had said no in the past and re-engage to sell. This is powerful, my friends. Can you believe it? We're done. You've completed all of the training inside the starter kit, and I hope that you experienced the ultimate value that is embedded in all these trainings and the kit itself. It's an important reminder right now to book your complimentary call that comes along with this. The Startup Sales Leadership Institute is on a mission to help thousands of companies like yours scale and make an impact with a high-performing sales team. So let us help you. Let us provide some additional guidance that perhaps the training didn't cover. Everyone's needs are super specific, and we're here to support you. So these are a few things that we can do on the coaching call if you're curious. Number one, we can audit your process, your sales process, and see if we see some quick fixes that you can make to seal up gaps and make more sales. We can talk about your team structure. There's two main structures that usually startups go into in the beginning. One is an island and one is an assembly structure. And we can talk about what that looks like and decide which is the best fit for your organization. The next thing we can do is do a product audit. Talk about your positioning, talk about your pricing, really dig in deep to what that exact offer is and if there's any way to improve it to make more sales. And lastly, we can deep dive into your CRM and really determine if you're in the right CRM for your business or not, or improvements that we can make to it. And lastly, we can talk about implementation. The Startup Sales Leadership Academy is there for you to save you hundreds of hours, lots of stress, and accelerate the process of onboarding your sales team. We would absolutely love to support you, but regardless of your decision, we can help you in these core areas during your free coaching call. So we hope to see you soon, and you can schedule your call in the link below. Thank you.